Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Monster Hunter Rise on the Nintendo Switch. And if you had been keeping up with what Capcom was posting in all of their social media pages throughout the New Year's period, you might have been privy to 3 different cards that they provided us with, where they're basically celebrating New Year's in different ways, shapes, and forms. In all of them, you can actually see multiple characters from Monster Hunter and even Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak that's set to release in the summer, so they're already pretty much laying down the foundation as to getting you accustomed and acquainted with some of the new monsters and some of the new characters. Alongside this information, Capcom also went ahead and provided a very specific quote to Famitsu, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can check it out for yourselves if you so desire. But they basically provided Famitsu with something like a New Year's, I guess, idea of like what their year is going to end up being. And there's a lot of really interesting information here, not just for Monster Hunter, but I guess Resident Evil fans as well, which is not something that I typically cover, but I did find extremely interesting as well. So I want to go over it as best as possible. And it reads as follows: Happy New Year's. Thank you for playing Capcom games in the past year. In 2022, we will start with the Steam release of Monster Hunter Rise, where you'll experiencing a new hunting experience and styles that suit for your PC environment. In the summer, we'll follow it up with the release of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. A super large expansion content for Monster Hunter Rise will also be released. We're working hard to deliver many additional elements, such as unseen monsters, nostalgic resurrections of monsters, so please wait for a while. In the meantime, we'll be releasing more DLC to keep the hunters very busy. We'll also be offering new titles in the Resident Evil series in various forms so that people can also play them. Please look forward to downloadable content as well for Resident Evil Village. We'll be supporting in many ways Street Fighter and Mega Man as we celebrate the 35th anniversary of the series. We sincerely thank you, and finally, we will continue to devote ourselves to inspiring everyone's emotions through Capcom's games and content in 2022. Thank you for your cooperation. So of course, let's get the obvious things out of the way. They mentioned the release for Monster Hunter Rise on PC, which is about a week away. So that's, in the bag, that's already done. They mentioned Sunbreak, of course, super large expansion, new monsters, resurrection of nostalgic monsters. I've always had an issue with the word that they use, resurrection. Maybe it's a translation error or something along those lines, but I think they mean historic monsters. We've gone over that before. I had a rather popular video that I made very early on when Sunbreak was revealed, going over pretty much what we should be expecting when they actually say nostalgic, historic, resurrected monsters. But then the interesting thing is that they're going to keep hunters busy with more DLC. I think that's something that we should be expecting. Obviously, we have the Universal Studios Japan collaboration pending. I've been getting a lot of words from people saying that they're expecting it to happen this month in January. I hope you're right. We don't necessarily have any other major collaborations that Capcom has given us information on since the Sonic one, so we're just kind of still waiting. And again, December we didn't have anything major either. We just had a patch and that was it. So we're just hoping to see something interesting coming down the pike. But again, it's interesting that they do mention that they're going to keep hunters busy, as we are waiting for Sunbreak. So that's a very good sign at the very least. I guess the interesting thing regarding the Resident Evil thing is that they do mention that they're going to be releasing essentially more remasters or remakes, but they don't necessarily say which one. Code Veronica or 4, I guess, are the ones that are being heavily rumored, but we don't necessarily have information on that. Again, I don't really talk about Resident Evil, but I did find that to be interesting. They talk about Village getting DLC. We know that. And they also talk about Mega Man and Street Fighter having the 35th series collaboration, but that is something that, I presume is going to just include, more remasters and more anniversary releases and stuff like that. Like if Street Fighter actually needs more versions to be coming out of that game. But again, when it comes to Monster Hunter, interesting stuff, more DLC, Sunbreak, and of course the PC release for Rise. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what this kind of DLC is gonna end up being. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below for this for me to report. And if you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.